Mindshift Metrics presents Schopenhauer's Secret to Emotional Freedom. What if the secret to emotional freedom wasn't about positive thinking, quick-fix self-help hacks, or chasing happiness at every turn, but instead came from one of history's most brutally honest philosophers? Arthur Schopenhauer, often called the philosopher of pessimism, had a radical perspective. The way to true emotional freedom is not through more money, more praise, more recognition, but through less dependence, less desire, less attachment to what others think of you. Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel trapped by other people's opinions, criticism, or negativity, and wish you could stop caring so much? If you answered yes, this video might be the shift you've been waiting for. Because today, we'll uncover Schopenhauer's timeless wisdom on emotional freedom, why his ideas matter even more in our modern age, and how you can apply them to stop living under the weight of other people's expectations. Section 1. Who was Schopenhauer? Before we dive into the secret itself, let's quickly meet the man behind the philosophy. Arthur Schopenhauer was a German philosopher in the 19th century. Unlike many thinkers who focused on reason, progress, or ideal visions of the future, Schopenhauer was known for his blunt, almost brutally realistic outlook on life. He didn't sugarcoat reality. He believed that much of human life is marked by struggle, suffering, and dissatisfaction. Not exactly the kind of message that gets printed on motivational posters. And yet, that's exactly why his ideas remain so powerful today. Because instead of ignoring the hard truths of life, Schopenhauer faced them head-on and offered a way to navigate them with dignity, independence, and yes, even peace. Cross-question. Do you think philosophy is just abstract theory? Or can it actually guide how we live and feel every single day? Section 2. The Trap of Desire and Dependence. One of Schopenhauer's core ideas is that suffering comes from desire. Think about it. Every time you want something, a new phone, recognition at work, someone's approval, you tie your happiness to whether or not you get it. And once you do get it, that happiness fades quickly, and you find yourself wanting the next thing. It's a never-ending cycle. Even more dangerous is when we let our happiness depend on what other people think of us. We crave their approval, we compare ourselves to them, we fear their criticism. In doing so, we give away our emotional freedom. Imagine constantly waiting for a like on social media, or obsessing over whether your boss, your partner, or even strangers think well of you. The more you depend on those external signals, the less control you have over your own emotions. Let me ask you, how often do you catch yourself waiting for someone else's approval to feel good about yourself? Section 3. Schopenhauer's Secret to Emotional Freedom. So what's the secret? For Schopenhauer, emotional freedom comes from detachment. It means removing your happiness from the grip of external things, whether that's material possessions, achievements, or the endless opinions of other people. He argued that the less you need from others, the freer you become. Emotional freedom doesn't mean you stop caring about people or stop enjoying success. It means that your sense of peace isn't dependent on them. If someone criticizes you, you don't collapse. If you don't get recognition, you don't spiral into despair. If life doesn't go your way, you accept it without letting it break you. Instead of fighting reality, you align yourself with it. You choose strength over dependence. Quick reflection. If your happiness didn't depend on what others thought of you, what would change in your life? Section 4. Practical ways to apply Schopenhauer. Today. Now let's make this practical. How can we use Schopenhauer's wisdom in the modern world? 1. Practice independence of thought. Learn to think for yourself, even if it goes against the crowd. Don't base your identity on what's trending or what people expect you to believe. 2. Reduce attachment to constant desire. Start noticing when you're chasing things for validation instead of real value. Do you want that promotion for genuine growth, or just to prove your worth to others? 3. Build inner self-sufficiency. Instead of relying on external praise, build habits and skills that make you proud of yourself. Whether it's reading, learning, exercising, or creating, find value in the effort, not in the applause. 4. Embrace solitude. Schopenhauer saw solitude not as loneliness, but as an opportunity for strength. When you're comfortable being alone, you're no longer desperate for approval. You can enjoy relationships freely, instead of clinging to them out of fear. 5. Reframe criticism. Instead of seeing criticism as an attack, see it as information. You can choose to learn from it, or you can choose to ignore it. Either way, it doesn't define your worth. Cross-question. Do you see time alone as a burden, or as an opportunity to strengthen yourself? Section 5. The modern relevance of Schopenhauer. Why does this matter so much today? Because we live in an age of constant comparison and endless validation seeking. Social media has turned likes, shares, and comments into measures of worth. The pressure to appear successful, attractive, or happy is higher than ever. But Schopenhauer's philosophy cuts through the noise. His message is clear. The less you depend on these external validations, the freer you are. Imagine scrolling through your feed without feeling envy. Imagine receiving criticism without losing sleep. Imagine pursuing goals not to impress others, but because they truly matter to you. That is Schopenhauer's emotional freedom in action. Let me ask you, do you think social media has made us more free or more emotionally trapped? Section 6. Final motivation and call to action. At the end of the day, Schopenhauer's secret to emotional freedom isn't about escaping life's struggles. It's about facing them differently. He taught that life is full of challenges, but your peace doesn't have to rise and fall with them. True freedom comes when you stop letting your emotions be controlled by things outside your control. So here's the takeaway. You don't need to win everyone's approval. You don't need to escape suffering completely. You only need to detach, accept, and build your strength from within. Imagine this. What if, starting today, you stop needing others to define your worth? How much lighter, freer, and more powerful would you feel? That's Schopenhauer's timeless secret. And now, it's yours too. If this video gave you a new perspective, type freedom in the comments. And don't forget, hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom and modern psychology.